Let's go to Middlemore Hospital now. Women who spent decades working in the hospital kitchen before Compass took over the contract in the kitchen. So the company owes them hundreds of thousands of dollars and simply won't pay up. Last July, Compass switched from food cooked in-house to pre-packaged meals and made 14 highly skilled and experienced kitchen staff redundant in the process. 10 of those workers, many of whom had been working at the hospital since the 1970s, took voluntary redundancy on the basis of retirement. And under their collective agreement, they've been working there so long, they're owed gratuity pay, a sort of thank you payment for very long service. So the union here too says the women are owed roughly $30,000 each. They still haven't got it. Our reporter Alex Ashton spoke to some of those women.
My name's Tina Brown. I've worked at Middlemore Hospital for 38 years, kitchen assistant, so menu processing, supervising, which was my last year of supervising until we got the redundancy.
Supervisor Williams. I used to work at Middlemore Kitchen for 21 years.
Hi, I'm Nora Manu. I've been working at Middlemore Hospital for 37 years.
Yeah, I'm Connie Teura. Yeah, I work at Middlemore, main kitchen for 40 years, over 40 years.
Do you know how much you're owed?
Yes, 32,000.
Yeah, the same, about 32,000.
I'm not too sure.
I don't know. I don't know how much, maybe 33,000.
Why I take the redone because I'm sick. I'm on dialysis. I had a kidney failure.
How often are you on dialysis? Is it every week or?
Yeah, every day. I mean, every 4 hours. 4 hours a day. Yeah, 4 hours a day. When I finish this, I have to go home and change. It is hard because, I need the money. It's really hard.
Why do you need
Because to pay all, pay my bills and that, because I'm behind of my bills at the moment.
We've worked so long, so many years at this job that we need this because it's giving us dignity as well.
I'm a very sick lady, and any sort of help within the months to go, or maybe before Christmas, will be helpful.
Why are they saying it's taking so long? What's the explanation for all this?
Nobody knows. We haven't heard a thing. No email, no phone call, there's just no answer.
Alex Ashton talked to some of the women who took that redundancy on the basis of getting a gratuity package they haven't received. The union, too, took Compass to court over the payments back in April. It says it was told by Compass's lawyers that an offer was on the way, but nearly 3 months after that meeting, still nothing. Jill Ovens is a coordinator for R2. She told our reporter Alex Ashton that many of the women only took redundancy because they were told they would get that gratuity pay.
They got their redundancy and that was it. And so we immediately went to Compass and said, what about the retiring gratuity? And they said that they would go to the DHB and try and get the money off the DHB to pay for it. So months went by where everybody seemed to fluff around, and eventually they came back to us and said they'd rejected our claim. So that's when we put it in the hands of our lawyer, and he started proceedings, and eventually they got to mediation, which was on April the 8th, and here we are now nearly 3 months later. And our lawyer wrote to them, and last week they said, they're still working through issues. Now, we believed at the mediation that they would be having an offer within a week. It might not be the full amount that they're entitled to, but at least would have been an offer that we could consider, but there's been nothing.
So, but this is it's in the contract that they should receive this money?
Absolutely, it's in their collective employment agreement. And as I said, the people at Middlemore, all through the 80s and the 90s, when things were getting ripped out of collective employment conditions, these people at Middlemore fought to hold on to their conditions. You know, in 2007 they were locked out for 9 days without pay by the contractor at the time. They've been through a lot and they fought hard to keep those conditions.
So when did the union get involved? Was it right back at the start, or was this?
Yes, in fact I calculated their calculations as well, and so I also told them they were due that amount. And so Mama, she was our delegate and for those women, and so obviously we're still fighting for them.
But Compass / the DHB, they say they're not. Are they saying that they're not entitled to this money, or are they arguing about who has to pay it?
Basically, Compass said that they were going to reject our claim. At the mediation, though, they indicated they would make an offer.
Okay, but it could have been less than.
Yes.
Okay,
but we
just
don't
nothing back from that.
We have no idea because no offer came. And the women ring me up just about every week saying, what's happening, and I'm unable to tell them. It's a very frustrating situation.
What happens now? What do you do from here?
Well, we'll have to head to the either the Employment Authority or the court to get the money, which I'd hoped we wouldn't have to do because these women have waited long enough.
It's Jill Evans, who was the coordinator for E2, talking to our reporter Alex Ashton. So where is the money? Checkpoint wanted to interview someone from Compass Group to ask just that. In a statement, its Human Resources Director, Marion Hetches, confirmed the two sides were still discussing the payment and acknowledged the process is taking longer than it should. Marion Hetches reiterates that the workers were paid their redundancy payout, just not the gratuity pay. They also say they hope to come to a deal over, quote, the coming weeks. Checkpoint also contacted the county's Manukau District Health Board, which gave Compass the contract for an interview, but was told the payment was a matter between Compass and E2. Obviously, we will follow up on the story and report on what happens.